Here's our 2016 Estate Chardonnay from the Montebello Vineyard. This is from a dry growing season of 2016 with yields that were cut by late spring rain hitting the vines at flower. The yields were down about a third, which resulted in very concentrated grapes, which were all picked relatively early, just before the Zinfandels came in 2016. So late August, early September. By taste, I really saw flavors developing early in the vineyard, so we jumped on it, got the grapes harvested, brought in, and basically had the presses to use just for Chardonnay. We hadn't yet brought any Zinfandel in to ferment and require pressing. So it was really worked out logistically very well. We brought in everything within a week. The juice was all barreled down for natural yeast fermentation, which all went very well. It was nice, slow, cold fermentation in the cellar. The primary was done by January. Then the secondary fermentation, the malolactics, were all natural and began by February and really progressed nicely to finish by early June. At that point, then, I was really able to taste all the finished lots, all the different barrels from the 12 different parcels of Chardonnay and make a selection. So the estate bottling is generally made up of all the lots that have really good elegance to the palate, beautiful fruit, and good acidity. So once all those groups were identified, then we racked off to the assemblage tank and really prepared it for going back to barrel for a short duration of another 5 months. And during that time, the barrels were able to clarify naturally with gravity. Just before bottling, we looked at the weather to make sure that the barometric pressures were steady so that we could do a nice clean rack of the wine off the lee and to the bottling tank. So that this was an unfiltered bottling, which you can see is brilliantly clear. And of course the nose is really classic Chardonnay from Ridge, from Montebello. You can see that mountain fruit, pear, even some tropical notes, pineapple. And it's just got this beautiful color as well, this translucent gold. And on the palate, extremely fresh, elegant. There's some good minerality from the limestone showing on the back of the palate. The acidity is just really lovely. It really makes the wine lively, and the flavors really linger long on the palate. It's a gorgeous Chardonnay. It reminds me a lot of some of those early 90s, what we called Santa Cruz Mountain Chardonnay. You know, beautiful, elegant mouthfeel, juicy acidity. This will be a wine to enjoy over the next 5 to 7 years as it ages in bottle. Yeah, I would call this a real classic vintage of Chardonnay. I hope you enjoy it.